Hey, we're live.
We are live.
Happy days. Welcome to our weekly live stream at 4 p.m. every Friday afternoon.
That's right.
How's your week been, dude?
We had some ups and downs. I think we made it through, and
We had some really good wins, though.
I think so too.
Jennifer, how's your week?
It's good.
Yeah. Marvelous. Happy days. So we've got some stuff going on this week. Oh man, that thing is just really happy about the beeping, isn't it?
Yeah, I get notifications constantly, so I'm gonna turn my notifications
Whenever
down.
somebody wants to walk up to Keith's door, he gets a notification.
We'll get into that a little bit
That
later.
was the UPS guy, I'm sure, or the FedEx guy. Could have just been driving by.
This could have been somebody driving by, but
know.
you'll never know. Stay tuned.
Could have been a local dog too.
Stay tuned and find out.
That's right. So yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about all-in-ones, and we're going to talk about how to choose a computer, because a lot of folks are looking for a new computer in the holiday season. I mean, it's not as big of a deal as it used to be back in the day. That was the big purchase for the home, but a lot of people are looking for new computers this time of year.
Yep, and there's discounts and things
Yeah, we
like
got some
that
discounts.
towards the end of the year. So
Yep.
a lot of people offer those, and so do we.
And I made Keith proud this week. I did.
You made me proud.
Well, I'm sure I did in a little small way.
Proud.
Proud. Well, I was proud of you.
Good. Thank you.
But yeah, you were proud of me for a different reason. I was proud of you. I broke down into using Outlook for the web. All week, I have not used Outlook desktop at all. I did a smidge at home.
I won't shed a tear for you.
No. But we're, I kind of like challenged myself, and Keith has been one of those persons that has persons that has broken away from using desktop apps wherever possible. And I mean, you don't even use Excel in the desktop version, do you?
Very rarely. I mean, Excel might be the exception, but if I can use a web app for most of my work stuff, like the Microsoft, we'll talk about that in the live stream.
We talked about that a little bit. And then we had some like really odd jobs and weird things that we had to support. So we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But first, we're going to have our little smidgen of an ad. So hang out with us. It only lasts a minute. We'll see you in a minute.
The Residential Protection Plan by HonorBound IT is the best support and service for home computer users. You get top-notch antivirus, backup, and remote support. Plus, if you need in-store service, it's free. Visit us at 109 Norris Avenue, McCook, or call 877-686-6642. Your digital peace of mind starts here.
Welcome back.
That's right. Hey, that protection plan, by the way, is on discount for our Christmas special.
Oh yeah,
so
save $50.
save $50.
Yeah, normally $297 a year.
That's right.
And you can get it for your first year for $247. Deal of the century. What do you get?
You get remote support from IT professionals that you know and trust at HonorBound IT. You get antivirus, so you don't have to pay somebody else to do that stuff and watch that stuff
And
for
we
you.
watch your antivirus to make sure you don't get a virus.
That's right. And you know the people who support it. That's the best part, I can't call somebody over at McAfee or McOrton's, wherever they are. McNorton's. And you also get a daily backup of your system. So if your internet is working and we can connect to your device and it's online, it gets backed up every day by our cloud backup software. So if something happens, your house burns down, a tornado, a blizzard, your computer's lost, stolen, destroyed, whatever happens, some random thing,
We got your back.
we got your back.
Yep, absolutely. So yeah. Guess what happened this week, Keith?
Well, I was here. I know what happened.
We sold out of all of our all-in-ones. That's the bad news, but the good news is that we got 3 more in.
They were very quick on the delivery this time.
We were lucky because this time of year, like we hardly ever are able to get
Yeah.
any new equipment.
I think we sold out on Monday and we got our stock in on Thursday.
Yep. Lucky days. Happy
Yes.
days. Yep. Because we've had some people shopping, for all-in-ones. And Keith, what are the benefits of an all-in-one?
Oh, the all-in-one is an excellent machine. I think, Jennifer, do you use an all-in-one at your desk?
Yeah, I do.
Yep. She uses the all-in-one. Our point of sale computer is an all-in-one. Our bench repair computer for data transfer is an all-in-one. Most of the computers we sell are all-in-one. Now, what is an all-in-one? An all-in-one, so think of this. So you used to buy a computer and it used to be a tower or like a box that would sit beside your monitor. And nowadays with the all-in-one, it's a computer built into the monitor. So you get kind of a combo with that. But you don't just get a computer and a monitor. You also get speakers and a webcam all built in to the system, which is really nice because you don't have to buy extra accessories. You don't have to have extra cables running from your computer to your system and then, things plugged in and just a bunch of extra stuff. So the all-in-one actually eliminates all of the extra cables. So really what you have is a power cable to give power to your system. And that's just one cable. So your monitor would have a cable and your box would have a cable. Now you just have one cable for both of them. Great. And then you get your keyboard and mouse. Now, if you have wired, those are 2 extra cables. You can actually get wireless and have 0 cables for that and just have the one cable. So, but the all-in-ones that we sell do come with the wired keyboard and mouse. So you just have those cables that are plugged into the computer. And the all-in-ones actually have, I think, 5 USBs on these last ones that we've been getting. So, you got your main ones on the back, and you can actually hook up 2 extra monitors to your all-in-one if you really wanted to. Most of our customers are coming in and, our local client, they're just buying it just to have the single monitor experience. But if you want to get fancy, you can create your own
Well, then
battle
we have
station.
business users actually that do use multiple monitors, and our accountants, they require like 3 monitors to really do their job effectively. They might have Outlook in one page or in one monitor. They might have their accounting software in another monitor. They might have their email in another monitor, or maybe they're cross-referencing stuff. Maybe they're looking at invoices and that sort of stuff online and having to, correlate information back and forth. And it really saves a lot of time rather than going back down to like the start or down to the taskbar rather, and having to click through, the various things that are on the taskbar. You can pull up like 3 different screens and go, oh, okay, I can pull all these. And all you have to do is reframe it in your mind that this is just an absolutely giant monitor. The other thing that I really like about the all-in-ones that we have, because like not all of them are created equally. Most of the stuff that we sell is commercial grade. I mean, you can buy cheap all-in-one, but we only sell like the commercial grade machines. The one thing that I really like about ours is the little webcam that's in the top is a little pop-up. So you can actually, when you're doing a live thing, maybe you're visiting with a friend, family member, or business colleague or whatever, you pop your camera up and, and when you're done with it, you can put it down. A lot of people that we've seen in the past have like duct tape over there. Jennifer's laughing at me because she says that sees this all the time where they put like duct tape over the camera because they're afraid somebody's going to be watching them. But it's a legitimate concern. But we really love that little pop-up feature of the all-in-one that we have. And then the other part of it is there's like quality of components that are in it and performance. And you might want to talk about the performance differences in between different all-in-ones, like maybe the stuff that you might buy at a big box store.
Yeah, exactly right. Well, and everybody has a specific budget, and like you was speaking to, we actually sell commercial grade computers because most of our clients that we do support are business users, or they just want a quality machine. So like you said, you can go to a store where they sell lots of computers, and they also might sell auto parts. They also might sell toys, shampoo, groceries. Even they might sell all of this stuff, and then they have technology. They have technology in the back, and the people that are there, they know a little bit, but they probably don't specialize in technology like us here at Honor Bound IT do, where this is all we do. We are specialists.
We don't sell office supplies.
We don't sell office supplies unless you need like a keyboard and mouse. But besides that, you get to work with people that actually know what the technology is, know what it can do for you, and we can actually say hey, this all-in-one is going to be exactly what you need. And there's some times where people come in and they just say really all I do is get on Facebook, and sometimes the all-in-one might not be the right choice for you. We would even tell you, hey, maybe you just need an iPad. You'd probably be okay with that. But if you do like the computer experience with the keyboard and the mouse, we have what we have, and the all-in-ones that we've been selling, they have actually decent storage. 256 gigabytes of solid state storage. So if you have like a bunch of pictures on your phone, or you like to look at pictures on your computer, you can store those on there. And it also comes, the ones we've been getting have the 16 gigabytes of RAM, and that's really important. Mm-hmm. And maybe we'll talk about that here shortly. But the RAM is very important because that's what helps your computer surf the web faster. It helps your computer boot up a little bit faster, and it's performance based. So if you want a computer that has decent storage and good performance, come check out our all-in-ones. We have actually a special on those. Those are our Christmas special until December 21st, $50 off an all-in-one. So you get to save a little bit of money, and you get a good computer for the price.
That's right. And if you want a laptop, we have laptops as well. Mm-hmm. We have this stuff in stock so that we can prep it to your specification, and we can get it in your hands. And we've got like pretty decent stock for the moment. So do come in and see us, because the stuff never lasts long, and it's really hard to get back in. This time of year, mm-hmm. Once we sell out, we might sell out. But yeah, you talked about memory and all that sort of stuff. And, typically back in the day, the 8 gigs of RAM was enough. Honestly, like 256 gigs of hard disk storage is going to be enough.
Now, Greg, I want to make you rewind for a second, because you said back in the day, 8 gigabytes of memory was enough. Now
that was only last year.
Let's talk about 1991. How much memory did you actually need?
1991, yeah. And they were saying, "Oh, you'll never need a mega RAM. You'll never need more than that." They lied. They did not see the internet coming as much as they did. They did not see everything was all character based. The green screen, amber screen. There was not much of an experience like the mouse. What's that?
Yeah.
91 might be pushing it though. I think I don't know when Windows 95 came out. That's a distant memory for me. I'm sorry. But yeah, back. Yeah. But anymore, like last year, 8 gigs of RAM, or maybe 18 months ago, 8 gigs of RAM was like really kind of the gold standard for most machines. Now we're looking at most machines that we're getting in that have like 8 gigs of RAM or 16 gigs of RAM. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of where like your programs live while your computer's turned off. When you turn your computer off, all of that stuff gets erased. It's where your programs live while you're running them. And we actually kind of had a new little feature that came up in Google Chrome in the last week and a half roughly, where you can actually see how much storage
RAM
web pages using it up.
That's interesting.
It is. So let me grab the laptop. Hopefully it's still connected to.
There. Push the button.
Okay. I'll push the button. Maybe we'll get lucky and it'll reconnect.
Yeah. But like Greg was saying, the RAM that you know years and years ago, 20 plus years ago, 25 years ago, you didn't need as much RAM to do as much on your computer because there wasn't as much to do. Nowadays, years gone by, you can, there's social media, you can do anything. You can stream videos and things on your computer, music. There's news, there's all this stuff that you can do on your computer to, just do what the computer does, games even. And so, and the internet has just gotten, insane. And so, just to run your basic browser on your internet takes, a minimum 2 gigabytes of RAM. So,
yeah, and one of the features that Chrome specifically came up with is you can actually hover over a tab and you can see how much storage is being used, or memory is being used. Like an empty tab is, you see down here where it says memory usage.
Use your mouse and hover over that so they can see on the screen.
Well, I can't because
you have to hover. Okay.
Where it says like memory usage is 68.9 megabytes. So, we're going to look at another tab here and we'll look at our weather tab. We're looking at 484 or 584.
That's 10x almost.
10x, there's a few more ads on like the weather.com advertising stuff. One of my fun sites that I like, it's not going to be coming up anymore because it's taking actually 2.7 gigabytes of RAM right now, and it won't even flip and display.
Yeah, I'm about to refresh that web page to get it to load again.
Yeah, just to get it to go again. YouTube, there's Carson, and our friend Tanner is also on this channel. 130 megs. Even Hulu is like less than half a gig. And some random site that I got off of another place that has a lot of ads, you can see where it has like a video running in the background. It has an ad down the bottom. Angie Dickinson, God rest her soul. 30 plus pictures of Angie Dickinson is going to cost you 2 gigabytes of RAM. Oh, look, there's Taylor Swift. She's everywhere.
Yeah. So just running Chrome here, you're using a little over 4 gigabytes of RAM?
Yeah, this is 16 gigabyte device. And that's using like 25% of the storage. And and I'm not even running a game.
No.
We have some people that they run
you're not even running
games.
email. You're not even checking your email or Facebook or.
No. Hey, that's a curious thing.
That's
how much? Well, I can't check it because that would be. Maybe I can. I'm going to see how much my email does because you should be proud of me, Keith.
I was using Microsoft Outlook on the web.
Yep. Oh well, this is not going to help me because
we can actually phase into this, Greg. This is actually our next topic. I don't know how much you can show, but
well, I'm not going to get into my actual email. But if I just go to my Office 365,
it's turned black again.
No, well,
fair enough. It's probably a sign.
I have been really pushing this thing.
Well, and we've talked about Outlook in the web in the past, in some of our demos because I specifically have transitioned to the web apps of a lot of the Microsoft stuff that I can. Email is probably the easiest one to get started with, to be honest, because there's your Outlook users, there's your Gmail users. If you had like a Yahoo Mail or a Hotmail, or even like a webmail, even, you were using your email online. So like, around here we have Great Plains, so like a gpcom.net email address or a swnebr.net email address. These are some of our local internet providers that use webmail. And, Outlook is the same way. They are on webmail, and it doesn't matter where you're at. You can get on your computer, on a device, online, anywhere, and you can check your email. And so that's kind of the benefit.
It doesn't take hardly any memory. I mean, it's not reporting to me at this point how much memory this tab is taking, but it's like next to nothing.
Well, we pay for our Outlook, so you don't have the ads. But if you're using like a free Outlook, there's usually an ad or something running on the side. So there may be a little bit of a discrepancy.
Well, I was trying to compare against using the desktop version.
Oh, sure.
Of Outlook. And we have some customers that they have extremely large inboxes that might have 30, 35 gigabytes of data in them. We keep trying to get them to clean their stuff up. You can only ask people to do so much. When you run the full desktop version, all of that stuff has to load up. It has to index. It really makes your computer run quite a bit slower than what it should. When you go to a web page, you only really get served up what you need to look at any given time. And one of the things that I've been reading in the Microsoft world is that the people from Microsoft are actually investing more of their time and development money into supporting the web apps versus the desktop apps. So you can see where people are trying to go. They're not investing as heavily as into the desktop apps. And, I deliberately this week went, I need to at least try to, there are some things that still bug me about going to the web version, because I have multiple applications and I do like to overlay my calendars from several different accounts, which I cannot do currently in the web app. That might come, or you might know a way of doing it.
I might.
But to be continued, I'm sure. But the web apps for me, other than that, like my garden variety everyday tasks, working through the email, through the calendar, through the to-dos and all of that stuff, I really didn't determine that there was any difference for the stuff that I used. There really wasn't any advanced feature that I actually used that I missed. So,
well, and let's actually preface that, because the new Outlook came out a few months ago, and you actually switched over to new Outlook.
I did.
Which has a similar look to Web Outlook.
Well, and the more of the underpinnings of the physical desktop application are based in browser. So even though it looks like a full application, it's still, the back end of it is served up by the browser, not necessarily code that is running on your physical computer. But where the web app works the best, again, is that indexing, where it's pulling large amounts of data. And if you're not good at using the archive feature, it really slows down your machine. And I've enjoyed that part of it, being able to switch from one task to another much quicker, by using the web versus the desktop app, because the desktop app would lag. Let's be fair. Our machines are getting a little bit long in the tooth. We're due for new ones next year.
Yeah. Well, and I guess it goes to mention the email features of Microsoft and the way things are going. So there's the Microsoft, or the Windows Mail, I guess it was called, where when you get a new computer, there'd be the little envelope on the icon on the bottom of your taskbar, and that would be your Windows Mail. And so they're actually phasing that out. So if you're out there and you're using Windows Mail, you'll actually notice the new Outlook feature in that as well. And so, I've had a few clients that have had some issues with that, and, we've had to go back and forth. But I think, like you said, Microsoft is kind of pushing their investments into the webmail features and things like that. So Windows Mail is actually going away. And if you're not sure what that is and not sure how your email works, give us a call.
Yeah,
come by.
Whether you're a client of ours or not.
I actually helped a client this week because they were using the Windows Mail app, and they were using a Windows 10 computer. It was a little bit older. It was an all-in-one, believe it or not. But they were having some things where they weren't looking right. And so they came in, they were getting a new computer anyways. And so I sat down, I got everything moved over and worked with them on the email question that they had. And I said, hey, look, this email that you're on your old computer is actually going away pretty soon. I don't know when. I've heard January. I've heard different numbers and days, whatever. But I said, let's start using this now, so that way when things change, you don't have to give me a call and say, I don't know what happened to my email. And you don't have to go through that massive learning curve. And believe it or not, this client was, they're a little bit older generational wise. And, people just like what they like, and they're sticking to what they used to know.
They were a little sad, weren't they?
They were slightly sad, but I think, if you're prepared for these changes ahead of time before it happens, it's easier to make that transition where it's not all of a sudden, hey, my email is completely different. And so I think just being aware and being ready is important.
Yeah, that brings back nightmares of when Outlook Express went away.
Oh, geez.
And there was like no path, to actually move the stuff over to anything else. It was, Outlook Express, or it was an Outlook Express, unless you wanted to buy some third-party crazy little. I think the sheriff had that at one point.
Oh my goodness.
It was not a good day. Hey, I spent the $69.99 and got the deal to move it over.
Good move.
They weren't on Microsoft 365 at the time, because Microsoft 365 really wasn't ready for prime time at that time, I think. Mm-hmm. But anyways, yeah. And then what else did we have going on this week? We had some odd jobs, odd jobs, odd things to support too, didn't we?
Yeah, it started out with a project that I got roped into. It's one of our clients, and so
Well, roped into is like we did it to ourselves.
Yeah,
we said yes.
Yeah. Well, they called, they asked, and we said, well, it's probably something we can do. As long as you got these people, we can call to walk us through anything if something comes up. Thank goodness we had those people, because we actually did need them.
Yeah, we the song like Stuck in the Middle with You.
Classic Eric Clapton.
Because the one vendor was blaming the other vendor, and it was like, oh my God. But it wasn't something that we typically do. It was like a drive-through timer for a fast food restaurant. I mean, we never do that sort of stuff.
We made it work.
Yeah. You are a brave man, my friend, because I was ready to go. This is more than what we sort of do. Sorry,
I think the biggest problem with it
you
is
are much braver than me.
They sent us. We got the manual. We had everything.
Yeah, we had everything we needed, but
the manual is these restaurants. They have 50 different systems that they can install, and so what do they send you is the installation manual for 50 different systems, but
how many drive-through lanes do you have? How many headsets do you have? How many of this? How many menu sensors do you have? How many squawk boxes or whatever?
Yeah.
It was special. It was really special. But we soldiered through. Unfortunately, the networking guy wasn't very useful.
No.
I figured their problem out for
the other guy we were working with, he even admitted, he's like, yeah, we work with these guys all the time. They're not the best.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, we trust you more than we trust them.
He said, thank you.
Yeah. But we ended up solving the problem. It ended up being like a gateway. You know, the machine that kind of tattletales on the on the franchise owner needs a way out to the internet so that it can get to a specific site, and so we figured it out. We got it going, and then there was like totally off the wall stuff where we were trying to connect this other device that does the sensing of like when the car drives up.
Oh yeah.
And, you know, when somebody's headset's there, because all this stuff is all timed and then it reports back to corporate. Tattletales. But
a lot of strange devices out there that we support. And that was just one of them.
That was just one of them. Yeah. I got a call earlier this week that my Wi-Fi is broken. Can you change all the passwords? So what do? Dumbass that I am is I don't ask more questions like I should have, but I was busy at the time, you know, so shoot me. And it ended up that the client had a Christmas tree that he was trying to connect to Wi-Fi. Who knew that an IT provider would end up having to support a Christmas tree? So for funs and giggles, I belong to like a group of really awesome people that are in the same industry that we are. I just kind of posted out there, what are some of the oddest things that you had to support on other than, you know, garden variety computers, printers, and all that. And somebody actually posted that theirs was a litter box,
Oh my
a
god.
Wi-Fi enabled litter box, because it had a shop cat. And this Wi-Fi enabled litter box evidently had to have Wi-Fi probably to automate the collection of said litter. I just use a scoop. I'm the automated litter box.
I can just imagine, you know, what stinks in here? I don't know. Our Wi-Fi's
Our
down.
Wi-Fi's down. Yeah, we kind of joked about that yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah.
The Wi-Fi's down. Sorry. Toilet's not working.
So yeah, the
Wi-Fi's
toilet's
down.
backed up. The Wi-Fi's down. I'm sorry, I can't do anything. We're trying to automate plumbers out of a job. Well, it's like you said, like it just, you know, some of even the little things. Like I use like the camera, like you said, you know, in the beginning of the show, where I'm getting notifications because somebody come up to my house. I use the Ring camera, which is, you know, that's fairly common. And I thought that was kind of, you know, how just things are getting out of control. But then, you know, like you said, you ask and people are just,
Yeah.
you know, I
And
want
then like air fryers and everything's like refrigerators. I think that my dryer would connect to Wi-Fi. I haven't tried it, but they have a dryer that would connect to Wi-Fi.
that'd be a plan for the weekend.
My
Yeah.
parents have a washer and dryer that would go.
Oh yeah. Do they use it from their phone?
No.
No. It's like, why?
They have
Can
the
you
worst.
not press the button?
They have the worst internet in town.
Oh yeah, they have such. But as what like, you know, my wife and me, like we have guilty pleasure. Like after we watch CBS Sunday Morning News on Sundays, we watch like the Flintstones and the Jetsons. and the one you guys are probably too young to remember that one guy. And I vaguely remember because I'm not, you know, old enough to remember. There was a guy that was like a muscle builder kind of deal that was on the television, and the women would do their exercises in the morning to the black and white TV. And the exercises that Mrs. Jetson were doing were like button pushes, and her like fingers were hurting. You know, because she was out of shape.
Oh goodness.
That
in
was
the
this
button
last
pushing.
weekend, wasn't it?
Did you watch that?
I did.
I friggin' laughed at that so hard because of it. You know, we've really become those people. You know, where it's like, can you not get up?
Cramp.
Huh?
I said cramp.
I got a cramp in my index finger. You know,
Jeez.
but it is a real thing. My left hand will tell you. It is a real thing. Carpal tunnel is a real thing. But yeah, funny stuff. Funny stuff. All right. Well, it's time to do the old cat pick, and then we're gonna kind of
We got a cat
celebrate
pick.
our way out.
All
of here.
right.
So yeah, my pride and joy, right there.
Oh my god, a cat rug.
A cat rug. Yeah, he was camouflaging himself. He loves the gas fireplace. When it's
Oh, there is a cat on there.
Yeah, that would be Jamie, my pride and joy. Carpet's no longer there because he was a very bad boy. but yeah, he would go out there and he could nap on that carpet. So that's your cat pick of the week.
Yeah, I thought the rug was the cat at first when you showed that.
No, that's the sheepskin. So time to celebrate our way out of here, Keith. It's been a wonderful week. We've
That it
had ups
has.
and downs, but we have mostly ups. We really appreciate that you join us. Keith, what do you got going on this week, dude?
Oh my goodness. I don't know if I'm going to the movies. I've heard Santa might be somewhere around.
Napoleon is at the Carver Theater.
Napoleon, okay.
I am looking forward to that. Joaquin Phoenix?
Oh,
I don't know how to say his name.
No, there's the free movies.
Yes,
kids
there are
really
free
enjoy,
movies.
so-
Come get your tickets here Monday through Friday,
Yeah.
8 to 5. We have the tickets. Yeah.
That might be
sponsor
what I'm
that.
doing, so I don't know.
Yep. Go grab some tickets off the desk. I don't know
I might have to.
that anybody else does, but
I've seen a few people come and grab
Oh,
some,
yeah?
so yeah.
Oh, that's all right.
I said, hey, here's some tickets. So
what kind of fun stuff do you got going on, Jen?
Well, it's Brady's birthday today, so
Happy birthday to you.
he is 16 years old. He's getting his driver's
he is.
license.
yeah, no.
Not yet. Don't make Jennifer cry.
Oh my goodness. He's getting to that preteen stage.
Yep.
He's
I have
11.
no idea what's going on in my department. I know.
Happy birthday, Brady.
Happy birthday. We haven't seen him in a while. Where's he at?
He was thinking about coming today, but
Well,
my parents were making cookies, so he decided to stay with them.
cookies trump live stream, right?
Any day of the week.
I see where your priorities lie, Brady. And I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to do other than try to pull the dryer out and see if I can get some lint out of it.
Oh, I thought you were going to connect
Real
it to the
exciting
Wi-Fi.
stuff,
Try to log into your Wi-Fi and your
Oh yeah,
check
yeah,
the IP address of your dryer.
I might update that whole story there next week. But we really do appreciate that you joined us. If you're still here, God bless you for hanging out with us. We will see you again another